Hey guys, welcome back. So we're here today. Pretty hot day in Sydney. Last couple of days, we've both been dying in the heat, playing 2 days straight, and we haven't put up a video for like 4 or 5 days because we've both been getting haircuts for about 5 days straight. Just letting it dry. Hopefully it's good now. So
I'm very hairy.
yeah. We were like this before, but yeah, I guess getting onto the topic of this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So we haven't done an IPL video for a couple of days, but we have been watching, if you don't think we have. But yeah, we've been watching, and we decided that we're going to do IPL 11 of the tournament so far. So every team's played 4 games, so there's no disadvantage. None of you RCB fans are going to be annoyed that we barely have any of you there. So yeah, it's pretty even Steven playing field. So I think we'll start off with...
So pretty much, I think the team's going to be Chennai Super Kings batting and pretty much like RCB bowling.
Yeah, that definitely beat, I think, maybe like under 10 side.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if they'd beat under 10
Yeah, maybe
side,
not.
actually.
They'd probably still get it for 200, I think. So, I guess we'll start with probably there's a couple of absolute... When we were going through this team, obviously some positions were a little bit like, who knows what. And we went...
I guess more difficult to choose.
Yeah, difficult to choose, yeah. And
mainly because no one's doing anything in those positions.
Yeah, actually, probably, yeah, it is sort of like that. Because there's only been 4 games, let's not forget that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the rules that we went with is the player has to be playing in at least similar or very close to the position they play in. So, like, you can't have, like, AB de Villiers batting at 8 to extend your batting lineup, and you can't have a bowler batting in the top. So, yeah, we went with that. And 4 internationals, of course, same rule as IPL. So that also made it a bit hard because obviously you want 11 internationals, but can't have that. So we'll start off with a couple of the certainties if you want to go through them.
Yeah, so I guess a couple of the certainties that we have. I guess starting in the top of the order. So basically we had KL Rahul and Agarwal. I think they've been pretty good. Well, they've been probably the best weapons of the tournament at the moment.
Yeah.
Agarwal was probably a little bit unexpected. He's obviously a very good bat, but I guess we weren't sure how he would go in IPL. It is a different format, a different set of skills needed to play 2020. But he's played brilliantly. He's been great support for Agarwal. KL Rahul has batted quite well. I think one of our previous reviews for Punjab, I did mention that if Punjab are going to win any games, KL Rahul have to score like 1 billion runs, and really pretty much right now that's what he's been doing.
Yeah.
That's what they've been winning games.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good to see that they're still performing quite well. They're really important for Kings 11 for their chances in this tournament.
Yeah.
But I think did you want to talk about their numbers?
Yeah, I guess a little look at their numbers. KL Rahul averaging 80, Agarwal averaging 62, both striking over 150 and both over 240 runs. So.
Yeah,
or 235-ish runs. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think
numbers.
those numbers really speak for themselves.
Mm.
I think do we have any honorable mentions for everything? For Rohit Sharma, maybe?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Up there.
Yeah, Rohit Sharma. Padikkal, he was very close, I guess. He's been pretty good. Very good in the tournament so far.
Yeah, no, he has been quite a good young batsman.
Probably if he wasn't an opener, he probably could get into this team, but just unlucky he's batting in the wrong position for our team. And Shubman Gill's been pretty good too. Last couple of games, couple of good 50s.
Yeah.
Vulnerable for opening.
A couple of other definites I got. AB de Villiers. I think it's pretty much a given. Very versatile player. He's performed quite well. Pollard has played brilliantly this tournament. I think he's averaging over 100 at the moment. He doesn't seem to get out. He's
strike rate over 200.
Yeah. I mean, that's all tick in the box. And in all fairness, he's really earned that spot. He's just dominated IPL this year, and I guess he's been a pretty reliable performer for Mumbai Indians for quite a while. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Kieran Pollard, but he's been doing well.
He hates his guts.
No, I don't hate his guts. look, he's been a regular performer for them. I can't deny the numbers. But yeah, this year I've been particularly impressed with him. He's done really well. He's not just all talk; he's actually performing. He's obviously a definite. What was Kieran Pollard averaging exactly?
138.
Okay, yeah.
I remember that because it was pretty good numbers, yeah. But I think...
Wish my average was that high.
Yeah. I guess one more thing to mention before we move past Pollard is... who does he play for again? Mumbai Indians. So I had a bit of brain fade there, but yeah, he plays for Mumbai Indians and their 5, 6, 7 are obviously Pollard, Pandya. But I think they got it wrong the first couple of games and they had one of the Pandyas at 5, Pollard at 6 or Pollard at 7. I think Pollard has to bat at 5, especially the way he's been batting. He had a very good CPL. I think, he has to be batting at 5. That's his position. Because he needs a couple of balls to get in. And as you saw last game, the Mumbai Indians played, Pandya can just go from ball 1. So he might as well be batting at 6 or 7.
Yeah. Yes, but I think that's probably... It's worked out better for them with him batting at that position.
I guess I'll go through the rest of the certainties because pretty much the whole bowling lineup in this IPL team is pretty much certain with Rabada, Shami, Chahal. Those 3 are guarantees. Rabada, the way he's been bowling last IPL, this IPL, he's just gone to a whole new level, just nailing it. That super over, he's been like really exceptionally good. Which is a good thing for him too, because he hasn't had the greatest year with South Africa either in radio cricket and Test cricket.
Yeah, I guess it sort of started from the World Cup. He hasn't bowled the best. Yeah,
and people have been noticing it, but he's come back with a bang, as great players do, which he is. So, yeah, he did pretty well. Shami, another one. I'm a very big fan of Shami, as he knows already. Bumrah's
I'm surprised they don't have a Shami poster.
Yeah.
We only have the Michael Clark one back then.
I'll replace that with Shami next
time.
No,
please.
And with the ball like this, singing. Yeah. He's a very underrated bowler in my opinion. I actually like him more than Bumrah, and I think he's my favorite seamer going around other than obviously Australian seamers. But yeah, he's been very good in IPL. And last one is Chahal. He's been very good in a very crap bowling lineup. Yeah. Which is even better for his numbers. He's been exceptional, bowling those great leg spinners, googlies, everything. And when his team's going for 200 plus every game and he's going at, I think, 7.2 his economy is. That's great. Exceptional with 8 wickets. This is very good. Leading the wicket chart, he is. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to be able to take lots of wickets, another thing to keep your run rate quite low, and it's not the easiest thing for a wrist spinner to do. So,
exactly.
It's pretty impressive numbers. I think that just sort of warrants it. So I guess that's sort of. I guess what? How many? 1, 2, 3. So it's like 7 of the players.
Yeah.
So 7 of the players.
Most of the team, Most of the team was. It was more that middle, low order. They really debated about hard, I guess.
Yeah. There was some intense debates there.
Yeah.
Some Naba getting beaten up over wrong decisions. We did come to, I guess, a final sort of squad. So I guess at the moment, where should we start off with? I guess...
Well, 1 and 2, KL Rahul, Agarwal. Now 3. That's a spot that we're leaving out so far. So, who did you think around for number 3? Who are you thinking, from the options, 2 or 3 batsmen?
I mean, usually... There's been a couple of good players. Yeah. Does Faf come in at 3 or 4?
Yeah, 3 are opening.
So Faf's been... Well, he's pretty much opening for CSK.
Yeah.
Comes in first ball, second ball. Faf's been pretty... He's been pretty consistent. He's the only one who's really batting well in CSK. Yeah. I mean, he's been standing out in a team that, again, hasn't really done very well. If we look at the number 3s of the tournament, he's up there. He's been performing quite well. But I think quite easily a big standout for me is Sanju Samson. Yeah, he's just batting at a whole new level. He's just clearing, just absolutely destroying the spinners. Just playing good cricket shots. and he's just been like just dominating every time he comes out. He's just really destroying the bowling lineup
Yeah.
and hitting like huge sixes.
Mm.
It'd be good to see him just consistently sort of keep the runs coming like throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
That will really help him, maybe build a case to play for India.
Mm.
But yeah, he looks like a very dangerous batsman. Yeah, like just been batting at a whole new level.
Yeah.
And it's been great to see. Just dominating the spinners. Playing just good cricket shots. Yeah, it's been great to watch, and I think he's definitely been a highlight. So far. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess it'll be interesting to see because other than Rajasthan, they've played I think 2 or 3 games already at Sharjah, and every team I think plays 4 in the whole season. So they've had a little advantage. They're playing on absolute run slaughtering pitches over there. So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep that up in the Abu Dhabi and Dubai sort of pitches.
Yeah.
And he is similar in every IPL in the aspect that he always gets a couple of very good scores, but the whole IPL he doesn't score like a 500-600 run sort of season. So he needs to make sure this initial start counts, I guess.
Yeah, okay, so I guess that's the number 3 position.
Yeah.
Obviously number 4, I guess we already said we'll have AB de Villiers batting in that position.
Yeah.
Is he going to be keeping as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, sorry. KL
Rahul.
Rahul, yeah.
Okay, I guess you'd rather have
AB de
him.
Villiers just doesn't want to do anything other than bat, I think, anymore. So,
Yeah, probably.
4, 5 Pollard. We'll just talk about captain later, not yet. And then we'll go into the 6, 7, 8 debate.
Yeah, so I guess number 6.
Going with Dubey.
Okay.
So Shivam Dubey from RCB. And I guess, looking at 6, 7, 8, we had a couple of different options. We're looking at players like, obviously Dubey, Tawadia, Karan, even Cheher for the 8 position, or another bowler, maybe Pattinson. He's had a pretty good season. Came back.
Trent Bolt.
Cummins got 50, I think, or 30, 40. Yeah, he got some runs too.
Yeah.
Could we were thinking about all of those options, seeing who's got wickets, runs. But at 6 we put Shivam Dubey because he's taken 4 wickets and he's gotten I think roughly 50 runs, which is not bad considering. I mean, 6 and 7 could switch either way. We don't really care. They're both in the side. So 6 Dubey, 7. Well, we went with Karan. I mean, what do you think about Karan's unexpectedly good season?
Yeah, no, I think Karan has been performing exceptionally well in this tournament. Obviously, talking about Sam Karan here.
No one cares about Tom Karan for now.
Look, both of those are quite good. But look, Sam Karan has been just he's just bowling mixing up his lines and lengths and just bowling small cutters and stuff like that, and just all those variations. He's just been bowling quite well, really. Gets a little bit of shape early on. He's been unexpected. To be honest, when I first saw his name for Chennai, I thought that he might get pumped a little bit. Mainly because he usually pitches the ball up, but he's been quite good, to be honest. He's been very good. For someone who just bowls, just maybe high 120s to early 130s at best, it's really impressive to see that he's been able to manipulate sort of the batsman, or deceive the batsman a little bit, with his cutters and stuff like that, and just keeping the runs quite low. And not only that, he's also offers a decent amount with the bat. I think the last year or two, his batting is really taken off. He's scored some important knocks for England in Test cricket. Obviously, I know it's a different format. He's hit some monster 6s for CSK. Actually, I remember. I think I can't remember who he was against. It was first ball that he faced. He hooked it for a huge 6 onto the second tier. That was really good to see. He's a good, just all around package. He just does everything, He also he goes decently in the field as well. There was a bit of, we did discuss a little bit about it, but we ended up going with Karan at the end. We thought it just made sense. He offers with the bat, with the ball.
And I think one thing to mention, especially when you're talking about Sam Karan, is he might not be the best or quickest or fastest bowler or best batsman, but he is a real fighter when he's playing, I think. We've definitely seen that for England. He just keeps fighting every time. Like with the boys, like really tries to bustle and puts in like his full effort. And he just makes things happen. He's that sort of player. He gets wickets, he can get runs. And as he showed during that test series against India, he really just keeps fighting until like the last ball's bowled.
Yeah.
Which is really good. Even yesterday's game, CSK just lost. He's batting pretty well. He got like 16 off 6, I think. So just that little fighting spirit. And he always wants to keep like going for it. It's good to have those people in your team.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He's overall just a complete package. Yeah. I guess. We had obviously Rabada, 9.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. So skipped. Oh, you skipped one. We have one player left.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
we had Karan. Karan actually we had at 8. We had one player in between. So I guess it could have been a couple of players, but let's not forget the Tawadia machine.
Yeah.
What a weapon. 5 sixes of Sheldon Cottrell. I won't forget that for a long time to come. That was absolute special innings. Yeah, you should have given him 5 salutes. Just keep going. But that was a real special. It just shows that everything can turn around. I mean, it can even be like a representation of your life. Everything's going bad, horrible. 8 of 19 balls. You're in debt. And all of a sudden you get one little shot away, and then you just 6. It was just crazy.
Just something about Sheldon Cottrell. I just love watching him get hit for 6s. I think it's just a ridiculous celebration with the salute.
But apparently he's like doing that in memory of the army or something.
Is he?
Yeah, I think, or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that salute just seems a bit dodgy. I don't know. Is it really necessary? I don't know. I don't know, but this is coming from a guy who doesn't celebrate when he gets wickets, so maybe I'm not the right person to be saying.
I celebrate. A couple of blurred out things.
A couple of like just telling them where to go, you know, which direction.
No words in between, just pointing that way.
Yeah, just
towards the shed. Yeah. The Yazoo Shah fist pump.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. Yeah. So
cheeky spear tackle into the batsman after taking and getting him out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, getting back to Tawadia, obviously he had that amazing knock with the bat, but let's not forget he also did like a couple of good performances with the ball too. He's taken 5 wickets in 4 games.
What does Tawadia bowl again?
The leggies, right? Remember?
Oh, he bowls that leggies like through the umpire, right?
No, that's Chahar.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Tawadia's like, well, the other leg spinner for Rajasthan, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
You know they have Gopal?
Yeah. I do. There's many balls going around. It's hard to keep track.
That's my job. Yeah.
I don't know names. I just know faces.
Yeah. I mean, he's been
nicknames.
Tawadia's the Cottrell smashing machine.
Yeah.
But it was a really special knock for him. He's got over 100 runs this tournament, so it wasn't just that 50. He's also scored other runs and 5 wickets, so pretty good. And then rounding out the team, 9, 10, 11, Rabada, Shami, and Chahar. It was easy, those 3 picks. They've all had, as we went through before, they've all had outstanding tournaments so far. And I guess the last little debate, which we haven't gone through, is who should be the captain of this side, and / vice captain. What do you reckon? What are the options?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of options.
KL Rahul, De Villiers, Pollard has to be one of those 3.
Yeah, I mean,
for me, KL Rahul's out already.
Yeah,
he's a good player. No offense to him, but he's not a good captain. Oh, he's not a captain.
Yeah,
he's not like the captaincy material.
He seems like a player who just got forced into the role because he's the best player on the team.
Yeah.
AB de Villiers.
AB de Villiers or Pollard?
We were talking about it. We were talking about AB de Villiers. We were talking about Pollard. And it was a tough decision, but we ended up actually going with Pollard. And that's mainly because, he won the tournament, in whatever the CPL they call it. So he can if he can win tournaments, I think he's gonna be the captain. Unfortunately, although AB de Villiers is a great player, he hasn't won any tournaments.
His trophy cabinet is the equivalent to this blank page. Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't win for RCB, can't win for South Africa.
And I think, to be honest, I think for AB de Villiers, it's probably better for him not to be captain in this sort of like team. I think. I think he performs pretty well without the pressure of captaincy. I don't think he needs it. And I think and I don't think it really bothers him anyway if he's captain or not. Anyway, I think he prefers maybe not to be. There's less pressure on you when you're not captain.
Yeah,
and I think there's really enough pressure on him because he's AB de Villiers. So I think I think it makes sense to not have him as captain and go with Pollard. I think there's enough reasons for that. But it was a tough decision. Yeah, that we ended up getting Pollard. So
I was definitely fighting very hard to get JL as captain, but in that practice game he beat Kohli, so it's really a better captain there. In the intra squad between RCB, JL, Team JL.
Team JL.
So it's fighting hard. Maybe he can be vice captain.
Oh my god. So do you want to go through the final 11? Just run.
Yeah, sure. I mean, before I do that, last couple of honourable mentions for the bowlers. So you had quite a few internationals, which we couldn't pick because we already had 4. So you had Nokia, who's been really, really good, I have to admit. I mean, have you liked how quick he's been bowling? Definitely enjoyed that.
Yeah, he's been every time I look at him, he's like pretty high 140s. Yeah.
I love his angry face when he's bowling. It's just great. Just know he wants to end the batsman.
He's like the dude from the markets.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's been really good. Obviously complimenting Rabada there for Delhi. Trent Bolt, James Pattinson, Bumrah, those 3 have been pretty good for Mumbai. They've had one off game here and there, but overall they've been pretty good.
Yeah.
And also Rahul Chahar, another Mumbai Indians player. So their whole bowling attack's been fairly good. And they're all unlucky to miss out actually on our side, looking back. But yeah. And your good mate Cottrell. He's actually got a decent amount of wickets. I think 7.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't.
He wouldn't let him in the team. I really wanted him again, but
he's never getting in the
team. Yeah. So also I think one last thing is looking at this side, obviously we've got a pretty diverse side, but there's 2 teams that we have no players from. So Sunrisers is one and KKR is another one, and I'll put this question over to you. So why do you think that is, that none of those guys are there? Do you think it's because team balance are doing wrong, or players just aren't performing?
Maybe because those teams are useless.
No, Sunrise have been winning games. So do you think that their performances that different people are performing every time?
Maybe? No, I think if you look at Sunrise, whereabouts do they sit on the table now? How many wins do they have?
I think they're 4th. I haven't checked the table. I know Delhi are at the top.
Maybe 2 wins?
Yeah, they won the last 2.
Yeah, so I think with Sunrisers, they didn't really perform at the beginning of the comp very well. Obviously, we saw that.
Yeah.
But I guess the people that have been performing have sort of been a bit scattered. Hasn't been the same person performing.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the reasons why, we didn't pick any players from them. There hasn't been any stand-up performances. I mean, they only just brought Ken Williamson in. Maybe he could do some damage in the tournament. Warner hasn't done too much. I think, did he score any runs the other day?
He's been 30s, 40s, but nothing really big.
He's been getting
similar to Best.
Yeah.
And also Manish Pandey. I think they've all got I remember looking at the highest run score as well. I was looking at this, and they're literally all after each other. They're all within, I think, 10 runs of each other.
So they haven't had any standout, unfortunately. Batting and in bowling, there hasn't been.
Only Rashid Khan has been pretty good. Economy rate of 5.
Actually,
he's been very, very good. Teams will just look to play him out. I saw the other day, I think he took 3 for 14 or 4 overs. It was just a real wonderful display of bowling. But yeah, he'd be if he got some runs, he'd actually probably get into this side.
Yeah, we did
As
discuss
all-rounder.
about him actually,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, yeah, he didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, he, like aside from that, there hasn't been any consistent
No.
performers in their side. And I think if you switch over to
KKR.
KKR again, you know, there's the haven't really strung together. Like no individual player has really strung together consistent performances.
Only Shubman Gill so far.
Yeah.
But the rest, yeah, it's all like up and down.
Yeah, so because of that, and as a result, they are not particularly high on the table either. So yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one. But what we're about how many games did each team play? So 4 games.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, so far
They played
Yeah,
4
so
at the
far 4,
moment, so they got another.
I think
don't even
10.
know.
I think 10 or something. It's a lot.
Yeah.
They play a lot of
So they're not even halfway through yet. So that can all change very quickly if
Yeah.
you get someone just one innings away, doing some Tuadia
Chennai could do a little parabola.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like with Chennai at the moment, they're really struggling without Suresh Raina.
Yeah.
I don't know. In IPL, he's pretty consistent. I think he's got over 500 runs, 10, 11 IPLs or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's a consistent performer, and they really need some consistently in there because Faf du Plessis cannot do that on his own. It's just not possible. He can't do it by himself.
Yeah.
He really needs someone to just give him a little bit of support, and Suresh Raina would have been good, but his absence has dented CSK, unfortunately, and I'm not too sure. Journey's been going all right, but I don't know. He's sort of batting everywhere, batting one game 7, 1 game 5. He's hiding from the bowlers. I don't know. He really needs to probably just hold 5. I don't know. It's tough because it seems like he wants to give opportunities to the younger guys. From what it looks like, he's trying to give opportunities to the younger guys and the other players, but at the same time they're losing games, so it's a bit difficult to do that. He's been a big loss, Suresh Raina, for CSK. But I guess that sort of wraps up the video. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I mean, I guess we'll make another video when about 8 or 9 games have passed for every side, and we'll see how much the team changes. All 11 players have changed. I think at least 4 or 5 of these guys will still be there, but I think we'll definitely see some changes in maybe that middle order, and possibly the top 2 might not continue as well as they have, but you never know. So it's been a fairly long video here, but obviously you like discussing teams and things like that. Me fighting for Chahal went for even longer than this video, so but it's been a good video, and we'll have the team somewhere here. One of these sides.
One of the sides.
Yeah, one of the sides.
Probably on that side. I think. Anyway.
Yeah. So we'll have the team there, pod captain, and probably end the video.
End the video there. All right. Till next time. See you guys later.